Alright YouTube, what's going on? Hightower 5000 here today, bringing you a Land of the Goblin quest guide. Quest requirements for this quest are: I must have 30 prayer, 36 agility, 36 fishing, 36 thieving and 37 herblore. I must have also completed another slice of ham and fishing contest. So the items you'll require for this quest are a Toadflax potion unfinished, Goblin Mail, yellow, blue, orange and purple dye, an Empty Vial, Raw Slimy Eel, a light source such as a candle. You'll need food, potions, weapon, armour, all depends on your combat level. You've got about 3 to 5 level 50s to defeat in this, judge that accordingly. Recommended items: bring a Dreaming Staff if you complete the Fairy Tale parts 1 and 2, and also bring a skills necklace as this will help out with teleportation. Finally, once you're ready, you want to make your way to Lumbridge Castle Basement. So once you're in Lumbridge Basement, you want to head to the east, make sure your light source is now lit, and then you want to squeeze through the hole. Once you squeeze through the hole, just in front of you, you should find this person called Khazgar. Go ahead and follow, and then select option number 1, Dorgeshuun Mines. You'll then arrive in the Dorgeshuun Mines. You then want to go ahead and find Grubfoot. Go ahead and speak with Grubfoot. Select option number 1, Chosen Commander, you mean Zanik. 1, Mistag, why won't you let Grubfoot into the city? And then option number 3, I'll take responsibility for Grubfoot. The quest prompt will then come up. You want to go ahead and accept the quest. So from here, what you want to do is head south and open up the door. And then you want to follow the path round. Now please note that Grubfoot is following you and he can sometimes get stuck on walls, so make sure you don't go too far ahead of him. You want to head into the centre of the room. Once you arrive in the centre of the room, you want to then head up into the northwestern corner. Once you arrive in the northwestern corner, go ahead and speak with Zanik, and then Grubfoot, if he's not with you, will just teleport to you. Select option number 2, what is the chosen commander? Select option number 2, what was this new dream? And then you should go into a short cutscene. Select option number 1, Ubiisk. Select option number 2, how do you know your dream was true? Select option number 2, I think it must mean something. Select option number 1, I promise not to tell anyone where the temple is. And then select option number 1, I'm ready. So you'll then be teleported into here. What you want to do is run directly up to your northwest. And then in the northwest corner up here, you'll find this stairway with 2 goblin guards beside it. Just to the east of these guards, there's going to be some black mushrooms which you want to go ahead and pick. You then want to right click and grind this down, and this will be grinded into your empty vial to give you some black mushroom ink. So you then want to go ahead and try and climb down the stairs. Unfortunately, because you're not a goblin, they're not going to let you through. However, they will let through Zanik. So from here, you want to head to where the crafting guild is. If you do have a skills necklace, then you can go ahead and go option number 3, crafting guild, or you might need to use the Falador lodestone or ports room and then head to the crafting guild. Once you arrive at the crafting guild, you just want to head a little bit north up to where the makeover building is. Once you arrive at the makeover building, you want to go in and speak to the makeover mage. Select option number 5, can you turn me into a goblin? Select option number 1, I need to slip past some goblin guards. Select option number 1, I promise not to tell anyone. Select option number 2, can you turn me into a goblin or not? So you're then going to be given some of these berries here. You then want to use these on your Toadflax potion unfinished, and this should then give you a goblin potion with 3 doses. From here, we actually now need to head to the fishing guild. Again, you can go ahead and use your skills necklace, go to the fishing guild, or you can go ahead and use the Ardoing or Seer's lodestones. Once you arrive at the fishing guild, there's going to be a cave just to the side of that which you want to go ahead and enter into. This will take us back into the goblin cave we just teleported to a minute ago. Again, we want to run up to northwest where the staircase is. This time, however, what you want to do is unequip all the items you are wielding. and then you want to go ahead and drink a potion of the goblin. You'll get a choice of what goblin you want to look like. It doesn't matter which one you choose, it's more of a customization feature. Once you've drunk that potion, your character should turn into a goblin. At this stage, you then want to go ahead and try and climb down the stairs. This time you're going to get some options. Select option number 1, me want to get into temple. Yes, I'm slime thumb. And then you should be let in. So once you're in this cave, make sure you do not equip any armor because they cannot see you being a human. You must be a goblin at all stages in this cave. You then want to head north, and just to the north of the altar you'll see a high priest. Go ahead and speak with. Select option number 2, where is Zanik? Select option number 1, she is a Dorgeshuun goblin. And then basically Zanik has been taken away by the guards. So we then want to go ahead and use the black mushroom ink on our Goblin Mail. This will make us black Goblin Mail. You can then drop this vial. You then want to go ahead and wear the black Goblin Mail. You then want to go ahead and enter into the northeastern chamber. So all you want to do is go up to the northeastern corner, talk to the guard, and as long as you've got the black Goblin Mail on, you should pass through. Once in here, you then want to go up to the top corner and search the crate. This will then give you a Dorge-kaan Sphere. Then you want to head to the other corner and you should see Zanik behind the prison door. Go ahead and speak with Zanik. Select option number 1. I have a teleport sphere here. And then Zanik will be teleported out. So in this room you're in, there's going to be many goblins. One of them is going to be a priest. You want to go ahead and pickpocket this priest. And then you should land up getting a key. You then want to exit out this chamber and go and speak with the high priest again. Select option number 1, can you tell me about UBS? Option number 1, I understand the ways of the big high war gods. Option number 1, I'm ready for the test. Option number 1, true. 1, the big high war god commands it. Option number 2, false. Option number 2, goblins were not mighty warriors before he chose us. Option number 2, false again. Option number 1, that's one of the commandments. And then option number 2, lead goblins to victory over the whole world. So now that we have passed the test, he is going to answer any of our questions. This part's a little bit different for every single player. Basically, you just want to work your way through all the options until you find out something about the High Priest or the Old High Priest Snot Head. You want to pay close attention to the chat. Or you want to stop when you get an option asking about where you find all the locations of the dyes, because we know all the information on from that. Once you get to the stage where you get to dyes, you actually know everything you need to know, so you can just select option number 4, never mind. So what you want to do is head back south and you want to leave the cave. Once you've left the cave, go ahead and equip any item of armor and this will turn you back into a human. From here we need to head to Aggie in Draenor. Best way of getting there is using the Draenor teleport lodestone. Once you arrive at Aggie's house, go ahead and speak with her. Select option number 5, more, and then option number 2, can you make dyes for me please? Option number 4, can you make black or white dye? And then select option number 1, OK, remove the dye from this Goblin Mail please. From here you want to head back to the Fishing Guild. This time you can either use the Seer's Lodestone or the Lodestone, or again use your skills necklace and teleport to the Fishing Guild. And then you want to make your way up to the fishing contest location. Once you arrive here, you want to go ahead and try and open the gate. You then want to select option number 3, I need to catch a hemenster whitefish. You'll then want to go ahead and open the gate, and this time you'll be successfully allowed in. You then just want to go ahead and bait at the fishing spot right in front of you, and then you should get a whitefish in your inventory. At this stage we want to return to Aggie in Draenor Village. Again, the best way of getting there is probably using the Draenor Village lodestone. So once you're back at Aggie, go ahead and speak with her. Select option number 5, more, and then option number 2, can you make dyes for me please? Select option number 4, what do you need to remove dye from Goblin Mail? And then select option number 1, okay, remove the dye from this Goblin Mail, please. That's then going to take the whitefish and then make the Goblin Mail into a white Goblin Mail. So again, we need to head back to where the cave is, just beside the fishing guild. Again, using the Ardougne lodestone, or going ahead and using your skills necklace is the fastest way of getting there. Once you arrive in the cave, again, what you want to do is head up to your northwest where the stairs is. You then want to unequip, you then want to drink a goblin potion, a dose of this again, and then you want to climb down the stairs once you've turned it back into a goblin. Once you've done that, you then want to go ahead and equip the Goblin Mail. You then want to head over to the west of the temple. You then want to talk to the guard and get past him. You then want to find the priest in this room and then go ahead and pickpocket him. This should give you another key. You then want to exit out of here. Talk to the guard to get out. You then want to go ahead and remove the white Goblin Mail. You then want to use the purple dye on that, and this should create a purple Goblin Mail. You then want to go down to the southwestern corner, talk to the guard and enter into that chamber. If you are struggling to identify the colours of the guards, then you can right click examine them, and this will tell you what colour of armour they are wearing. This will correspond to what your Goblin Mail is, and then you should be able to pass in. Again, what we're going to do is find the priest and then pickpocket the key. And then once you've got that purple key, you want to head back out into the middle of the temple. We're then going to remove our Goblin Mail again. We're going to use the yellow dye on the Goblin Mail to give us yellow Goblin Mail. Equip that. We now want to head up to the northwestern corner. Talk to the guard, enter that chamber, pickpocket the priest to get the yellow key and come back out into the middle. You then want to remove the Goblin Mail again, use the blue dye on it this time, go ahead and equip the blue Goblin Mail, and this time we're going to enter the chamber to the east. Go ahead, pickpocket the priest, get the key, and then come back out into the middle of the temple again. Finally, once you've got yourself the blue key, you then want to go ahead, take the Goblin Mail off, go ahead and dye that orange. Then equip the orange Goblin Mail and then enter the chamber down to the southeastern corner. Go ahead, find the priest, pickpocket the key, and then you make your way back into the centre of the temple. At this stage in your inventory you should have 6 different colours of keys. So from here you want to head to the very north of the temple, just beside the high priest. There's then a door which you want to go ahead and open. Because you've got all 6 of these keys, you can now do this. You then want to go ahead and equip all your normal combat armour at this stage, like so. In this room there are 5 different graves. You want to start off by clicking on the southwestern grave, say name, and then you'll say Snothead. Snothead is then going to appear. You then want to go ahead and kill Snothead. Select option number 1, where is UBS? Option number 1, what is your predecessor's name? And then option number 4, goodbye. Once you've done this, you now want to go over to the southeastern grave and then go ahead and pretty much do the same thing. You want to select option number 2, Snailfeet, and from now on it's going to be the lowest option or the newest option. You then want to go ahead and kill Snailfeet. Select option number 1, where is UBS? Option number 1, what is your predecessor's name? And then option number 4, goodbye. You then want to go up to the northwestern grave, go ahead and say name. Again, the newest one, the bottom one, Mosschin, option number 3. You'll then spawn, go ahead and kill. Option number 1, where is you by Usk? Option number 1, what is your predecessor's name? And then you guessed the option number 4, goodbye. You then want to head over to the northeastern grave, go ahead and say name. Select option number 4, Redeyes. Once Redeyes spawns in, you want to go ahead and kill Redeyes. Option number 1, where is you by Usk? Option number 1, what is your predecessor's name? And then option number 4, goodbye. Finally, we want to go ahead and say name at the northern grave. Select option number 5, strong bones. Strong bones is then going to go ahead and appear. Go ahead and kill strong bones very quickly. You then want to select option number 1, where's UBS. You then want to select option number 1, what is your predecessor's name. And then option number 4, goodbye. So unfortunately UBS is not here. From here we need to head back to Dorgeshuun. So your best way of doing this, if you have a sphere, an extra one for some reason, then go ahead and break that. If not, you're going to have to teleport back to Lumbridge. Go back down through the cave. Make sure your light source is lit, and then again find Khazgar. Go ahead and follow him. Select option number 1, Dorgeshuun Mines. You then want to run round and head south, and then open up the door. And then from there you want to follow the path round into the centre of the room. You then want to head up into the northwestern corner where Zanik should be found. Once you're in this room, go ahead and speak with her. So at this stage, if you've started Fairy Tale Part 2, then you want to make your way to a fairy ring. Nearest ones to lodestones are either Elf City or Edgeville, and you want to use the code AJQ to teleport to where we need to go. If unfortunately you don't have access to a Drayman staff, then you want to follow the route that I'm about to do now. So you want to head back into the centre of the room, and then head upstairs. And then once you reach the very south of this room, you want to go ahead and climb up the stairs. And then you should see just to your south, there should be a ladder top which you want to go ahead and climb down. You then want to head south until you can head west. And then you want to head north. Then you should arrive at the fairy ring where Zanik is. Go ahead and speak with Zanik. He's then going to tell you that you need to go ahead and adjust these machines. So go over and adjust them. You're then going to see 3 tubes. You want to turn the first tube up to a value of 9. The second tube to a value of 4. And then the third tube to a value of 1. Once you've done that, hit confirm. And then the portal should open. You'll then go into a mini cutscene. From here you want to head up to your northwest. And then just to your west there should be a strange box. Go ahead and try and open this. And then you'll go into another cutscene. The portal will then begin to close, so what you're going to do is leave. And then that will be the quest complete. So congratulations, you've completed Land of the Goblins. You're awarded with 1 quest point, 30,000 agility, herblore, thieving, fishing and strength experience, 2,000 prayer experience, and you're also given 2 treasure hunter keys. Thank you very much for watching this quest guide. Please leave it a like rating, subscribe if you're new around here. My name is Hightower 5000 and I'm out. Adios.